Hope everyone is doing amazing. My name is EQ and welcome to the first episode of Crypto News with Stonkaholics. So crypto news, essentially what we're going to be bringing to you guys is the latest news and information on all the coins that are popular, anything that's popping, anything that's in the social media going off. I'm going to try to be bringing these at least 5 times a week for you guys. So it's going to be a really fun journey for all of us. I'm going to be doing this full time now. So I'm going to be releasing as much content as I possibly can so we can all grow and go to the moon together, because that's the number one objective of all of this. So in this episode, we're going to talk about Coinbase delaying their IPO again. We're going to have the Bitcoin uptrends, how Bitcoin mining is outperforming the Bitcoin stock, the $2.9 million NFT bid on Jack Dorsey's first tweet. Microsoft is reporting that they're going to be releasing Bitcoin options for payment. We got Kentucky coming out with new news about crypto mining in their state. We got new updates with Nigeria and their whole crypto situation. And we're going to wrap it up with a little bit of information on the XRP lawsuit and the positive information that came out so far. Before we dive into this episode, please guys, it would be really appreciated if you could throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, whatever it is that you like to do. We're probably on there, and if we're not on that platform, please let me know and I'll make sure we get on that platform. I want this to be as easy as possible for everyone. And yeah, so let's get on with the show. Alright, let's jump into the first episode ever of Crypto News. So first off, Coinbase delays highly anticipated direct listing to April. We've all been waiting for this IPO to come out. At least I know I have. Something I want to invest in heavily just because it's something I believe in the stock market is going to destroy everything. If you're watching Riot or any of those other companies that are dealing with Bitcoin or anything like that, they're crushing it right now. And I think this is going to be right there with them. But they got delayed because the SEC is still reviewing them, unfortunately. But yeah, originally it was supposed to be in January, then they pushed it to March, now it's going to be in April. It's going to be a Class A share that will make their debut on the NASDAQ Global Select Market under the ticker COIN. And on Friday it was announced that Coinbase is going to be paying $6.5 million in a settlement with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, over allegations the exchange self-traded digital assets between 2015 and 2018. Once all that stuff's figured out, we're going to see Coinbase get listed, hopefully, but keep an eye out on that. Next up, good news is for anyone that's holding Bitcoin still. It says the whales aren't selling Bitcoin. Everyone's kind of hanging out. Definitely bullish news for Bitcoin. It's been stuck between 55,000 and the 59,000 range, establishing the mid 50,000 range region as a support area. Solid. The BTC 7-day average over daily active addresses and sideways. While price action climbs, this upside trend is the strongest when backed by on-chain trends. And then it goes on to talk about a little bit how the whales are not selling. Bitcoin whales have been mostly accumulating Bitcoin, as over 35,000 have left exchanges in the past 30 days and they're being put into wallets, which is for long-term holds. That's fantastic. You can see the amount of people that are going up to 100 to 1,000 Bitcoins or more. It's skyrocketing, so you have a ton of whales holding on. We've seen interesting trends in the past couple months. Bringing on down, in bull markets, old coins tend to move more. This increases the relative supply of younger coins in the network. At previous BTC tops, around 50% of the Bitcoin supply was younger than 6 months. We are currently significantly below this point. There's a little bit of the HODL waves, if you want to look at that a little bit more. And the bull trend is still intact as long as the 55,000 support is held. That means that the bulls are still holding on. No, even if the 10-year treasury yields are still rising, it doesn't matter. So that's great news for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin mining stocks have outperformed Bitcoin by 455% over the last 12 months. While Bitcoin is up 900% in the last 12 months, the shares in the 4 largest publicly traded mining firms are up 5,000% over the same period, which is absurd. Despite top publicly listed Bitcoin mining firms' operations at losses, their shares have dramatically outperformed Bitcoin. The average return for shares in the mining firms have been 5,000, while Bitcoin has been 900 over the same period. Unsurprisingly, the stocks were found to have a high positive correlation with Bitcoin. Research concluded that for every 1% price move in Bitcoin mining shares move by 2.5% on average. However, the observation applies to both upward and downward price moves, meaning mining stocks are likely to plummet with more than twice the aggression of Bitcoin during bearish markets. So, that means that if you see price start going down, don't be surprised if you see a huge dip, because a lot of those miners might be trying to get out before it drops a lot lower for them, if they have paper hands, of course. Noting that Coinbase's shares are trading at a roughly $100 billion valuation in the private markets, clearly there is an investor appetite to gain exposure to operators within the crypto space, and miners are just another segment within that. By building up their cash rate capacity and increasing their operating leverage, they effectively shield themselves from competition. And by building up their cash rate capacity and increasing their operating leverage, they effectively shield themselves from competition amongst new miners. So the first ever tweet that was sent by founder and CEO Jack Dorsey 15 years ago today is pretty much pushing the top. Alright, so when this article was posted, this is talking about how the tweet is ending today. The tweet did actually sell for $2.9 million. It was the first ever tweet sent by Twitter founder and CEO Jack Dorsey 15 years ago. The tweet was sold as an NFT on the platform Valuables. Even though the tweet was minted in December 2020, Dorsey's actions ignited a brief bidding war between Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, and the CEO of BitTorrent, and Sina Stavi, whose LinkedIn profile describes him as CEO of Malaysia-based and Tron-affiliated Bridge Oracle. Astavi's $2.5 million offer was the highest at that point, so the $2.9 million bid was from Sina Stavi, CEO of Bridge Oracle. He's the one that won the tweet. That's confirmed. I like this one. Microsoft reportedly polling Xbox users about Bitcoin payment options. Microsoft wants to know if gamers would spend crypto at the Xbox Online store. I want to know if you guys would, so please drop a comment if you would or would not and why. Me personally, I'm going to for sure if they allow that option. That's going to be something interesting, even though it will suck if I buy something with one of these coins and then in a year it's worth, 10 times, 20 times as much as I paid for it. That's going to suck, but it's smart on Microsoft's part. Tech giant seems to be considering introducing Bitcoin as a payment method. Microsoft has put out a survey asking whether people would want to use that. So here's a little snapshot of it being used on Microsoft and them asking about it. See, back in 2014, Microsoft started accepting Bitcoin to fund Microsoft accounts, allowing US-based users to purchase content from Windows, including Xbox games. After briefly halting the payment option, Microsoft resumed Bitcoin method payments for its Microsoft Store in January. Cryptocurrency-based payments are not currently supported at the Xbox Online Store. While it may be open to accepting Bitcoin as a payment, Microsoft has no plans to make a bigger move into crypto like Tesla. President Brad Smith said that the firm did not have any cryptocurrency diversification plans following Tesla's $1.5 billion investment in Bitcoin. While it may be more open to accepting Bitcoin as a payment, Microsoft has no plans to make a bigger move into crypto like Tesla. President Brad Smith said that the firm did not have any cryptocurrency diversification plans following Tesla's $1.5 billion investment into Bitcoin. Big news coming out of Kentucky. Approved House bill providing a tax break for crypto miners. So essentially what they're voting in for is that if you are running a crypto mining business, you will not have to pay sales tax from electricity purchased for use, which is a big thing, especially if you're running a massive operation. They're trying to open up into a giant industry. And then you can see as we come down that it says, we would love to have more industry. Rudy responded, we welcome industry here. And they're trying to get the big giants of crypto mining to move to Kentucky so they can start getting some of that money. So if you've been following this story, Nigeria's central bank is saying that they didn't ban crypto, even though this has gone back maybe 5 or 6 times in the last couple months. We heard that they banned Bitcoin. Then all the princes were buying Bitcoin, then everyone could buy Bitcoin, now no one can buy Bitcoin, and now we're back to buying Bitcoin, so it's been interesting. According to a report on Sunday, bank officials have said the directive is not to be mistaken for an outright ban. Instead, the bank has reiterated an already imposed 2017 ban on institutions facilitating cryptocurrency transactions. According to a report on Sunday, bank officials have said that the directive is not to be mistaken for an outright ban. Instead, the bank said it has reiterated an already imposed 2017 ban on institutions facilitating cryptocurrency transactions. The CBN did not place restrictions from the use of cryptocurrencies, and we are not discouraging people from trading in them. Confusion arose last month when CBN said it was reminding regulated banking institutions that dealing in cryptocurrencies or facilitating payments for cryptos is prohibited. Institutions were told to identify persons and/or entities transacting with crypto or operating crypto exchanges. That prompted many Bitcoin users in the inflation-hit nation to take social media in anger, seeking clarification on the bank's order. In response, the CBN provided a 5-stage statement that included a pledge to protect Nigerian citizens from the risk of cryptocurrencies. Some juicy beef for you Ripple people. Judge in SEC case drops bombshells that are positive for Ripple. XRP says lawyer. Attorney Jeremy Hogan says Ripple would be feeling pretty good with comments from the magistrate judge in the SEC's case against the firm and its executives. A lawyer has pointed out 2 bombshells dropped by a magistrate judge in the ongoing lawsuit between the SEC and the blockchain payments tech provider Ripple. In a YouTube video published Saturday, attorney Jeremy Hogan, who was not involved in the case, said that Judge Sarah Knepper interrupted the discussion to apparently suggest the view that XRP currency may not be a security as the SEC claims. My understanding about XRP is that not only does it have a currency value, but it has a utility, and that utility distinguishes it from Bitcoin and Ether, the judge said. This matter is at the heart of the SEC's case against Ripple, since the regulator claims XRP had been sold by the company and its executives without either being registered as a security or the firm seeking exemption. No matter what the SEC may try and argue, a currency and a security are by definition an opposite. These are 2 different things, Hogan said. He added that the judge offering the view that XRP has utility and is exactly what Ripple wants the court to be thinking. Knepper's comments came in a virtual hearing observed by Hogan over the SEC's attempt to obtain personal finance information from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Chris Larsen. The second bombshell, said Hogan, came as Knepper questioned whether everyone who sold XRP, including you and me, are selling illegal securities. Based on the SEC's prior argument, the SEC attorney responded by saying that under Section 4 of the Securities Act, only Ripple and its affiliates, meaning employees, could be accused of illegal sales. This being the case, exchanges who have stopped selling XRP since the SEC auction could now potentially relist it, according to Hogan, though he stressed he wasn't offering legal advice. If I'm Ripple, I'm feeling pretty good that my mediator and consulting summary judgment judge just said on the record what I essentially argued in my pleadings. So things are looking really bright for XRP. That's probably why it's shooting up 6% right now. And if everything clears out, you're probably going to see it move more. So anyone that's in that, congrats, and you're finally getting some payout for the long wait and hold through this shitstorm. So, and we're going to end today's episode on XRP. Thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of Crypto News. Hope you guys got a lot of valuable information. Please let me know in the comment section below if it's something that's really helpful and you want us to continue to bring moving forward into the future. I'm open to any changes, so if there's anything that you think that we can be doing better, please let me know.